Hey guys, welcome back to some more Dragonheir. In today's video, we're going to be continue looking for the summons, guys. So overall, we haven't seen a ton of heroes. Even looking at the gallery, there are a incredible amount of heroes that we still not have obtained. And in every single kind of affinity, there's a lot that we're looking for, and a lot that I feel like is going to make a big difference with the progression. So we do have 4 of our Helllight dice. I'm going to go ahead and use those guys because I'm not going to sit on them. I'm not going to save them. Hopefully we can pull a hero that is going to be a game changer. Now, overall, we did a few pulls in here, so I'm going to continue with this one. I know we only have 2 more days, so the chance of actually getting the hero are pretty slim, but I also want to go through all 23 of our Starlight dice. Now, this one actually just came up, but again, I know we have used a few summons in here. Now, these dice, guys, ultra rare. It seems like even a lot of the top player heroes don't have very many when it comes to legendary heroes. But there we go, guys. There's an epic right off the bat, which I love to see. Let's go ahead. We should have just summoned again, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys, we can pull a second or a third legendary, actually, right there, just a rare. And I don't like that. I know the probability of getting the rare heroes, but they are just duplicated at this point. And also, when it comes to the artifacts, even if we get a couple copies of our epic heroes that are duplicates, that's okay, because we can still use those to get a couple of our artifacts out of there and just continue the summons, guys. Every time that we pick up some of these dice, I want to go ahead and do a few more summons. And one time soon, we're going to see the legendary in there. So again, just another recycle on the rare hero right there. Now, looking at the Starlights again, we have 23. Hopefully we can pick up some new heroes in here, because again, there's a lot of game modes and just some more rares that I feel like we're kind of stuck when it comes to a lot of the content. We've made decent progression, and I'm going to show you where my heroes are right now, because again, progression wise, we've made some decent progression. Again, everything in here recycled, but when it comes to levels, we still have to gain some more levels. When it comes to being able to bring the heroes up a little bit higher, that is exactly kind of where our focus has been for a while now, is trying to get our first heroes up to level 100 and just continuing from there. And unfortunately, guys, no real epic heroes at this point. We got 1 out of all the summons, so still continuing to run a little bit short on the summons. Again, this is probably just going to be another recycle. I know there were a couple common heroes that we haven't seen, which is kind of crazy with all the summons, that this game offers that many heroes that we're still at this point, that we're still pulling additional common heroes that we haven't got. And again, progression wise, definitely need to level up a couple other heroes. That guy is just massive, guys. All right, but that'll do it for our summons. Again, getting stones in there every single day, but looking at our heroes, like I was saying, we have the Traveler up to 90. We just actually got Furbath a little bit higher. I was farming these out, as you can see, guys, 47 of 50. Let's go ahead. We should be able to just swap a few of these. There we go, guys. There is 50 right there. Big reason, guys, we're trying to beef up his defense. So even though we can't take him any level-wise, we can farm the Goblin place, the Goblin layers, but overall attack speed we are not looking for. Defense, resistance, that would be a good one. Defense, HP, and we're looking for percentages. That's really the big one. Resistance and crit. So we are going for defense, accuracy, resist, which I love the accuracy, so we can hit, and then the resist, HP up a little bit higher. I'm going to go with this one. Then, of course, we're going to go ahead and refine this, taking it all the way to 16. And again, as we're starting to get a lot more, and there's defense 12%. That is going to be huge, guys, as we continue to build this hero up a little bit further. Now, I did put the crown on him again, buffing up a little bit of the defense. Also has that defensive penalty. As you can see from my artifacts, definitely need a lot more artifacts in here, need a lot more gear as we continue to kind of build these heroes out. I've been farming a lot of the attack gear, so actually buffing up some of my attack. But again, defense, we've really been looking at in a bunch of different places, trying to buff him up, making him a lot stronger. And I feel like getting him to 90 is going to make a big difference again, building some of these heroes out. Now, we've also built out Singrid just a little bit. We also got our off tank. This has actually been an 83 for quite a while. And then, of course, Drist, guys, we are continuing to build out Drist. Just a couple more levels in here. Again, we have to farm some more of these potions, take them up to 90, trying to get him a little bit higher. But overall, guys, I feel like getting Frubath up a little bit higher, his survivability is there, but I feel like we need a lot more damage dealers, and that's where I'm kind of lacking. Even building up some of the primary heroes, my Traveler up a little bit higher. Again, stacking the damage. Even here, guys, stacking the damage. Survivability wise, I know like how Hexandro, we need to build up a little bit stronger to actually have the survival in there. Now we've also farmed up enough for our legendary and Felicity. If you think that we should take Felicity up a little bit higher, again, we can take her up over that 70, unlocking this piece right down here, which single target, she does incredibly well within that single target, but it is pretty expensive, guys. Again, here we have plenty. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Just because of unlocking that positive rune right there. Fire rune, gonna give us more damage. So right there, we have crit damage. We have skill haste. Defense, not really too worried about. Gives her a little bit of accuracy, but I want her, again, straight damage. So attack and attack speed. Right there, attack and skill haste. Make her cast a little bit further or a little bit faster. Not 100% sure on the build on her, but we got some more attack speed right there. Skill haste plus some attack speed plus some attack. And again, unlocking this part, that is something we haven't had or used yet. And again, looking at our gear, guys, there's probably a lot more attack and enlightenment. Now, what exactly, and again, what exactly does our enlightenment do in here? Affects the value of derivative damage or becomes the coefficient of some skills directly. Increase the hero's derivative damage by 5.7. Additional damage generated by specific guilds. Gain an enlightenment bonus, but does not crit. So enlightenment, not really too big with this hero, I think, overall. Looking at the damage, there we go, basic damage. Wildfire damage right here, which is attack. Then I believe this is the same. So stacking attack, crit rating, crit damage, I think would be probably the big ones on here. So I know right here with this set that we have is attack, but we have attack enlightenment, attack and skill haste. I will absolutely take that. Attack, crit rating. Let's see if we actually have that set over here as well. Again, this is where we've been kind of stuck, guys. So there we go. So we have one right here. Attack percentage. Okay, we can do that. And then attack accuracy. Again, let's go ahead and equip this one. That gives the 2 set bonus right down there. Let's refine these up. Crit rate. Now remember, she does buff her own crit. And of course, we got a double defense right there. Not really the ideal one, but again, looking at the gear that we got, guys, we kind of roll with what we have at this point. There we go, crit rate. So we got attack higher, we got attack percentage higher, we got crit rate higher up to 5%, a little bit more accuracy, so I will take that. Then of course, right here is the attack and the crit rate. So we are definitely starting to attack, and then of course the attack speed. Right in there, we've bought out, I think, almost all of those. So attack and attack speed. When the wearer launches basic attacks, an extra 3% attack up is gained. I think I'm going to wait to level this up just because, again, a couple of these we have built up that we could probably use. Again, depending on the hero, guys, but that's going to make a big difference, taking her up to 72, getting her this, plus putting some new gear on here. Again, damage-wise, I feel like looking at the heroes that we're running right now, we just need more potions, and a lot more potions. So what I've been doing right now is farming up. So actually looking at the events we have going on. As you can see, we got some other Shadow Dungeon. But overall, we're almost done with the Shadow Dungeon. We just have a couple more and we will be done in there. But also the hard training. Again, we've been making some points right at 3,000 to get some bonuses out of there. This one, of course, completed with the 2,800. But this hero training also came out as well, which I believe is just any of them. Again, we've been farming this. Goblin Layer 2. This is what I'm going to have to farm, guys. This is where I'm at. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get past it again. As we continue to build all of these heroes up and building them up further, building them up stronger, especially when it comes to AoE, I feel like I do need to, again, farm up a lot of these potions to get the AoE factor, because I can get through 2. Haven't got it at 3 stars yet, but again, looking at some of the lineups that we have here, And I like doing the non-legendary guys because again, looking at the build, we're pretty close to what we have here. Now we do not have either of those heroes. Even looking, because who is this one? Latalis, and again, a rare, not even an epic in there, doing quite a bit of damage. And you can see kind of the common thread that a lot of players run with the heroes in here. And I feel like Singrid, again, this is one that I really haven't built up a ton. Need to focus, need to build this hero out. Now, everybody has said that Sigrid is absolutely broken with the damage. And you can see, guys, right there, right there. We have a couple teams that are actually running Sigrid through there. And this was the other hero. So Usha, a lot of players, again, were saying that Usha is super effective in a lot of different game modes because of the frost skills that she brings, but also this attack speed up, which is pretty good. And again, every second basic attack will deal that frost damage. I have Usha. I haven't built up Usha yet. But again, let's farm for a little bit, guys. And I can drop Sigrid in there. See exactly what this looks. So remove, and I haven't even been, I don't even think I've been running a healer at this point within here. But again, looking, we have AoE there. Let's drop Sigrid right here in the back. See what we can do now. Of course, we have Drist in here. Drist, I want to do one run in here. And that's just the artifact, which we definitely could put the artifact in there. But I want to see what kind of damage Sigrid is doing. I don't think I have any scrolls to build her up a little bit higher. And I also know Corinne, that's 70 right back there. But again, that AoE damage. And there, the pet is attacking. We do have quite a bit of AoE. And I also think, guys, even like there, so we used our AoE fireball for one single target. Right there, it only hit one target. I feel like if I take this off manual, it's going to be, or I take it off auto, it's going to be a lot easier just to get through some of these. And again, taking all these targets down pretty quick. I feel like we're, again, at the point that we could take a lot of these down pretty quick. Damage getting a lot higher with these targets. Might even be able to get through this. And again, I want to see what kind of damage that Sigrid is putting up. We might even make, I mean, we're right there. Oh, literally right there. And again, I feel like if I AoE myself, we could make this a lot easier. Going through. So let's look at the stats though. We got 18, 12, so 96. So again, our lowest right there. 302 and 156. Again, 34% of it was Drist, guys. Drist is doing a ton of damage, which is awesome. That's really, really cool. But all right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Usha and Sigrid. And as always, thank you guys for watching.